Welcome to Waypoint, a podcast exclusively for people I have personally met in real life. Sorry for the people online, but maybe one day. I'm Julian, I'm the game master.
And I'm Sanya, I play the very heartbroken Charlotte right now.
I'm Viola, I play Moon, who has pretty much every condition except guilty right now.
And I'm Mimi, I play Max, who is very terrified to call her mom.
And is gonna do that very soon.
Yeah.
We just have one house cleaning thing to do.
Okay.
Because someone got a lot of potential last episode.
Oh yeah, right. The advantages of fucking up.
So I will choose to change
Yes,
my
what are you taking?
labels, because that makes most sense for my character right now.
Mm-hmm, alright. Yeah, big personal
and
change.
Yes, I definitely want to move up Freak to +1.
That's
And
interesting.
I would like to shift down Mundane, because Charlotte does not feel normal right now. She feels like a freak the way she has her whole life, which Starbolt changed, but something happened last episode that might have changed that.
That's very interesting. I thought the exact opposite would also make sense, because you could argue that, oh, I'm not special. Starbolt trained so many other people. I'm just a normal person. You could argue that Mundane
That
would
is
go up and
true.
Freak down.
That's true, I didn't even think of that, because I was in a headspace of, I'm not normal, I'm not the superhero that I thought I was, I'm just another person with a chronic condition, and
You can rearrange all of your labels, so
You can change all of them
So if
Oh,
you want
okay.
to, if you're saying
with that advancement.
she doesn't feel like a hero, then maybe you can play around with your savior or your superior.
As long as you equally balance out everything, you can shift everything right
yeah.
now with that advancement.
No, I still think that she still feels like a superhero, but not as special as a superhero. I mean, Jessica and Max helped last episode because they both kind of validated her. But I also have a +1 to add, and I would like to put that on Danger.
Ooh.
Because Charlotte is also angry, and I feel like she really wants to prove herself as well.
All right,
so she might be more aggressive and all of that.
Okay, and that's the advancement. Rearrange your stats and add +1 to one of them. Okay.
Yes.
So you have that marked down now. Anyone else got leveled up? Moon failed a lot.
Yep, I just need one more potential. I was like,
Okay.
can I manage to get 4 potentials in an entire arc so that I can buy myself the drone? And then I got that in the first episode, so I need one
I
more
was literally
potential.
thinking that too last time, yeah. I was
just
also
need one
thinking
more.
oh man, okay, that drone's easy, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I was just fucking awesome last time and only got 1 potential.
I mean, 1 potential is already a bit, right?
True.
I
Is
mean,
that
there was
20% off?
there was even a good potential because of you took a powerful blow, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't.
Yeah, I think you did. You got that one.
Yeah, that could be. Well, lots more opportunities to fail today, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's true.
keeping the powerful emotional blowgun locked and loaded.
That is very fair.
As we go to our first scene. Last time, 2 things happened at the end. First of all, Max made a promise to the rest of her group that she would finally confront her mom, which she has been putting off for a good while now, by calling her back. And Charlotte got a message at the end last time.
That is true.
Do you have that noted down?
Yes, I have. So many stars in the night sky. You can see them best at midnight. Come alone to the pillar of industry, where Waypoint hides their light from the river's side. It's from O. is, but we will find out.
We can either directly go to Max calling her mom, or you can talk about this message if Charlotte wants to reveal it to the others. What do you want to start with?
Well, I would definitely reveal it to the others and tell them about this message.
Okay. Oh, cool! Can you give me your phone? Ship, fire up the hacking software. I'm gonna see if I can retrace this person or get something.
That would be cool. It's very helpful.
You know, Shiv has a research AI. I mean, that's like its whole thing. So yeah.
I'd say this is an unleash your powers. Like, the info is pretty specific that you want.
Okay.
Alternatively, it could be a Pierce the Mask, but I think that doesn't really work that much for this situation.
Hey, Vio, now you either are successful or you level up. That's really cool.
Yeah. Perfect.
Great. I'm just
That's
thinking.
what you want.
If the move that gives me a ship allows me to unleash my when I'm flying it, and I think right now it's like when I'm using it, I can use superior to unleash my powers, and also to directly engage a threat or defend someone. So I'm thinking.
I mean, you are using your research AI, so I'd say you probably go into your ship and do it there.
Looking at my stats, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, it's a +1 on either of them.
Yeah, it's actually a -1 because I'm still hopeless. Please, dice, don't fail me now. Oh, that's a 9 -2 is a 7.
Hey, that's
Woo,
good.
That's awesome.
That's solid. That's a successful roll.
I saw a 6. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen that in like ages.
You don't remember what that feels like.
Yeah.
Okay, so if on a 7 to 9 on Unleash Your Powers, either the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary, or you can mark a condition.
It would be really funny if I got knocked out from this.
Which one do you prefer? I think you get to choose that. I'm never really sure which ones you choose and which ones I choose. But I'm gonna say, like, in this situation, you get to choose. I can't really see why you would mark a condition from this, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're just telling your ship to hack something. That doesn't seem like something that really marks down a condition.
Yeah, I think unstable maybe in the way that I'm not getting all the information I want, that it's like very vague or encrypted or something. I think I would go with the unstable or temporary in the sense of, a partial success.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, what do you find out then? I think the ship is gonna try to trace the information back, and it's gonna take like a little bit of time, so...
Charlotte, are you going to go?
I mean, I kind of have to, right?
Like, alone?
I
Do
mean,
you really want to go by yourself?
The last time you went by yourself, you got blown up by this person.
I mean, you two could be close by, maybe?
I mean, it says come alone. It doesn't say, like, at what distance from a person are you alone? Like, if we say at the edge of the... Where is this? The pillar of industry?
I mean, we were in the industrial district of Riverside, so somewhere around there, I would say.
Max, you have your contacts, like the people that watch your streamy thing. Do you think we could use them to find out where this meeting is supposed to take place?
I mean, we could probably just look at some locations online.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's the pillar of industry in
Ship, can you project one of the 3D maps of the Riverside district?
I can do that in a few minutes. I have limited capacity, and am currently trying to find out where this call came from. This message, I mean.
Okay, I'll add a additional processing unit to the to-do list then.
I have not yet located any processing units on Earth that are compatible with my systems.
I guess we'll have to use the laptop.
Yeah, you can definitely look up a map of Riverside, like probably even like a 3D map. I'm assuming that like whatever the equivalent in this universe of Google Maps is has 3D models of Waypoint.
Probably.
It's Google Maps.
Oogle?
Google Maps.
Noodle maps.
Google. Oh no, it's Yahoo Maps.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's Bing Maps.
This is the universe where Yahoo won the search engine wars. That's actually where all of the changes come from, even reaching back into the past.
Okay, so are there any like towers or pillars of industry? Well, you know, pillars of industry sounds like a tower, like from a big power plant or something.
Or it's just, you know, a very successful company that's like has a lot of influence, maybe something like that. Like a lot of other stuff depends on their technology or something like that.
Here in Riverside?
Yeah, if you look at the map of Riverside, you do see a power plant. There is actually a nuclear power plant.
Oh, right, that
in
is
Riverside.
nuclear disaster
No, I
last
feel
week.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah, the thing is, nuclear power plants, I assume, like, in this universe, they're not much more common than in our universe, but they're not that worried about it in Riverside or, like, in Waypoint in general, because there's a guy here who can absorb radioactive energy without harming people around him. So they're like, yeah, we can handle it if anything happens.
No one gets cancer.
There is a nuclear power plant here, and it's also, like, the area where the poor people live, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Who cares
No,
about
but
City
it's
poor
still
people,
close
right?
enough to the area where the rich people live to endanger them if it blows up. And with endanger, I mean turn them into dust.
The highest structure in Riverside, actually, if you're looking for something like that, is a large column, like a large pillar, basically, that's holding up the highway, because there is this big highway bridge above Riverside that leads to the center of Waypoint that they built a couple of years ago.
So, pillar of industry, do they... What do you think, Max? Charlotte?
I mean, I'm always the person who thinks metaphorically. I see this as a metaphor and not just like the actual pillar.
I mean, there's also something about hiding Waypoint's light
Yes.
from Riverside.
So it's probably in the shadows of something.
Maybe a big road that's casting a shadow over all of Riverside? Namely the highway?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I have achieved a result. It is somewhat confusing.
Okay. Ship's got something. Hold on. Okay. Shoot.
I have managed to trace the message back to a point within Riverside, but not to a specific one. It's strange. Unlike other Earth technology that I've seen before, it's like it came from nowhere.
What do you mean nowhere?
From nowhere in Riverside.
It's like the data stream was absorbed by something. Like it just ended.
So, in the way of there's no device that sent it, the transmission just started in thin air or something.
Somewhat like that. It's more like
Magic.
I can't locate the start of the transition.
It's magic, calling it right now.
It's like there's a strange static in which it ends. An ecstatic. No.
But
It's been me all along.
I mean, electrodynamic
Ecstatic will and
control is like electromagnetism.
Mm. That is something that you could do with magnetism in comics, yes.
So we don't have like we can't track the person. You just can you narrow it down to just the entirety of Riverside or an area or maybe even a street?
I did manage to narrow it down to a direction, at least.
Okay, that's something.
It's not on this side of Riverside. And Ship brings up a map, a holographic map that you can look at. Riverside has this large industrial edge on one edge of it. It has the port side, which is where you are. And it basically, like, the ship shows you in a red line how far it was able to trace this message across, like, multiple network hubs. And it pretty clearly isn't in the Bay Area. It isn't in the port area. That much you can see. On the other side, where the industrial part is, there's also, like, a lot of, like, houses that are pretty close to it. And there is the power plant, and there is the pillar of the highway. They're all in the other half of Riverside.
Okay.
That's not that helpful right now.
I mean, we can just ask some people. We do know some people now in Riverside. Maybe they know what this means.
I'm hesitant about involving other people at this point, though.
I mean, we don't have to tell them what it's from. It's just asking for directions, basically.
We assume that this person is the same one that kidnapped Locksmith because of the riddles. What could the O stand for? Max, you saw this guy. What kind of vibe did you get?
Well, he was a weirdo in a mask. Like, not much, honestly. I saw him for a second there, and he seemed like a supervillain.
Maybe the O stands for like, oh, I'm a terrible person. I have absolutely no idea.
You hear a knocking on the door.
Oh.
Oh, is it Stubble too? Is he getting impatient again?
It's Enoch.
Okay, the
It's
other
Enoch.
person,
We
the
can
only other
ask
person.
Enoch. He's already involved, so
How's the whole Starbolt? Are you okay?
No, she's not.
yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, she's not.
I'm doing
Good,
great.
perfect.
Shut up.
Perfect. All right. As long as no one's translating for Moon, Moon can say whatever.
I think we've established Enoch can hear Moon. Moon just cannot hear.
Oh yeah,
Enoch.
right.
Yeah, but
It
Enoch
works
can
that way.
pretend not to hear Moon.
Because it's
True.
too uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust you on that. Just I handled the paperwork. It's all fine. Just so you don't worry about that too much.
Thank you so much for your help. We actually need another favor.
Yeah, I know. We gotta make this place more defendable, I guess. Supervillains are showing up at the door.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I actually had something else in mind.
Oh, all right.
so-
I mean, I didn't have anything else planned for the afternoon, so sure, why not?
Well, I just I got an anonymous message,
Oh,
and it tells me to go somewhere. And well, you know Riverside a lot better than we do, so maybe you can figure out where we have to go. And I show Enoch the message.
so many stars in the night sky, you can see them best at midnight. Come alone to the Pillar of Industry, where Waypoint hides their light from the riverside. I don't know what this Pillar of Industry is supposed to be. Where Waypoint hides their light from the riverside, not its light. Maybe the light of the stars in the night sky?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Right now our main theory is that it's the pillar that supports the highway. That the highway is blocking Waypoint's light from like Riverside's people.
Or the stars, either would work.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. So many stars in the night sky. What's that supposed to mean?
I guess
Maybe-
that's about me. And
Yeah, put a bolt at
about
the end
the
of the
other-
stars.
the other
Oh.
Starbolt, I guess.
Well, I think that highway pillar is probably the best option you have. That's your reasoning sounds good on that. Best at midnight, come alone. That seems like a time and a place, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know that you shouldn't go there alone.
Oh, she's not gonna go there alone.
Okay, in that case, be careful. I don't know who that guy is. You described him as some sort of board game enthusiast, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna check if you come alone.
This is a city with millions of people. How is he gonna know if we like stay one street over?
I mean,
How does he know Charlotte's phone number?
Magic.
This person definitely has eyes on us.
definitely. I'm pretty sure he knows where our headquarters is, and he probably knows a lot more about us. But maybe there's a hot dog stand in the area.
That would
Where you
be
can
not
just
suspicious
go-
at all if we're just hanging out there for hours. And speaking of
Exactly.
getting eyes on someone, I can put a little camera and microphone on Charlotte, and then we can at least monitor what's going on.
At what range can you read minds, Moon?
It really depends on, well, how well I know the person, how much, like, interference is going on. Riverside is pretty busy, but at midnight, I think it might be a bit quieter. I would say, like, out of eyesight can be a bit tricky, like maybe 100, 200 meters.
Yeah,
But-
that's not a lot.
Just real quick, Moon said that in universe in feet. It's just because that's mind powers, so it was translated for us, who are the players who use the metric system.
Exactly.
Yes. Because I have absolutely no idea how much.
I think it's
I
just
Think about
time-
3 times
time
as
three,
much,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, probably.
Listen, this might just be in America where they're actually using the metric system.
It's in a parallel universe where they use a system that makes fucking sense.
Yes.
For the non-metric users, it's like 700-800 feet.
Listen, people can Google themselves, okay?
Yeah, people can Google it, it's fine.
I mean, in the end, it comes down to, like, eyesight is best, and since Moon knows Charlotte pretty well, it could be, like, a building could be between them, but not much else.
I mean, I feel like 200 meters would be way too close.
Yes, so
I think you would be
suppose-
detected immediately. I think you have to be further away.
So we're gonna go with
Can
the
we-
tech solution then.
No, we can't use Moon's ship, right?
I'm not allowed to, like, fly it around, but... Oh,
And it's
man.
also extremely obvious from the flaws that Moon picked
Yeah.
for it.
It's the two flaws that I have is easily detectable and slow and clumsy. This is the exact opposite of what
These are
you want in
terrible
a
for
stealth ship.
observation.
I just thought they could, go into the ship and then when something happens, they can be, can come closer much faster than on foot.
You guys,
Um,
I have plans to exactly for this kind of situation, but I've been swamped in work. We don't have a security system. I'm sorry. I have an idea how we can solve this, but it won't get finished in time. I need at least another week.
I'm sorry, Moon. I didn't mean to put pressure on you. I'm just thinking about how you if things go south, could get to me quickly.
I mean, in a way, you don't have a great setup for they come to you fast, but they have a great setup in that the separated person is the speedster, right?
That is true.
Yeah. And if we
A
can
sort of
get
if
Stubble
things turn
too in
bad,
there,
just run kind of
I
thing.
mean,
Yeah.
I can just
he can
run away.
help too. I just remembered that last time when this guy kidnapped Locksmith, he somehow got around her powers. So I'm kind of afraid that he can shut it down or something. I mean, he walked through that wall like it wasn't there. You all saw the footage. I would be much more comfortable if we had Starball 2 there so that he can back you up in case anything goes wrong and you can't run away.
I don't want to put him in danger.
We also don't know who's involved in this, because this has something to do with, the Starbolts running around, and we don't know the guy.
Yeah, I mean, it could be him.
He seemed pretty honest. I didn't get a bad vibe from him. I mean, people can be very
He
dishonest
just can
with
be a
themselves.
very, very good liar.
I mean, he could, but it's pretty hard to get around a telepath. That's all I'm saying.
He's a freaking liar.
That's the one thing that I'm good at. I can tell what people are thinking, and he didn't mean us any harm. He was being honest. As far as he knows what he's saying is the truth.
Okay, Charlotte nods very slowly, but she's still like, he could be a liar. Because that would be the best outcome for her, so...
Yeah, we've slowly moved into denial territory.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you get the vibe from Max that she doesn't really want to involve any more people than necessary in this.
Okay, listen, guys. I'm a superhero, and if it's okay with our leader, I look to Max, I will go there. You can be at the safe distance. It's very likely that I can't just run away if things happen. I'm willing to take that risk.
I'm just not sure I am.
Listen, I think that you should definitely go, and you get 10 minutes from us.
And we have
If
you
it
under
takes longer
surveillance
than
the
that,
entire time.
Get out
We
of
have-
there or we're gonna come.
Yeah, microphone, video camera.
Okay.
If either of them cut out, then we are running towards you.
Okay, I'm good with that.
And no
That sounds like a good
heroics
plan.
from you by yourself, alright?
All right.
I need you to get out of there. Even if someone else is in danger, get us first. Promise me
Okay.
that.
I promise you.
At least get Max. Max can handle stuff.
We get there as a team.
I've heard a lot worse plans from superheroes in the past. I'm not gonna put too much input on this. You guys are the team. You guys You guys make the decisions, but sounds to me like you've got a plan. I'm gonna go check on the
Enoch?
other speedster.
Do you have a car we could borrow? Like, we are going...
I live in a city. Where would I have a car?
Guys, we should get, like, at least a scooter or something, or bikes. But it's just embarrassing that we have a speedster and the rest of us are walking.
One of you is a tech expert. I'm sure you can figure something out. I'll be going, and Enoch leaves.
Enoch knows
I'm sorry to Scooter. I just really need to say this. Scoots McGoots. And to everyone who got that reference, I love you.
Nice. Max, the phone feels very heavy in your pocket.
Yes.
So, Charlotte, how about we go and get Starball 2 from going crazy? I can sense his impatience from here, through 3 walls.
You can sense that he's impatient, but he says that he's trying really, really hard not to go over and check on you.
He's like...
You can also feel an extreme wave of anxiety from Max.
Max, do you want us to be here for you, or do you want to do this on your own?
I should be fine. Just stay nearby. I'll be with you in a second.
Just shout real loud, or like in your mind real loud.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Come on, say how bad could it be? Say how bad could it be?
I mean, how bad could it be? Really?
Hey!
Jinxed it.
Okay, Moon and Charlotte leave the room, going after Enoch to check on Starbolt the Squeakquel. And yeah, Max, the phone is heavy in your hand now, not in your pocket anymore.
Yeah, I open the contacts and I scroll down to my mother's name.
Okay, you have her saved as her name.
Yes, I have her saved as a name.
Cold.
You press the green phone button, and there's a bit of a ringing for a while, for like 20 seconds, when ultimately it gets picked up. Powers?
Hey, Mom, it's me.
Wait, sorry, who's there?
Oh, that's so mean.
Because, like, I'm pretty sure that I have a daughter who's off in Waypoint doing things, but I haven't heard from her for so long. I'm not sure what she was called again. Could you remind me?
Listen, I'm sorry for not calling, but you don't have to do this. We can
I
just
called you
talk.
multiple times.
I know.
Called you multiple times. I'm your mother. I'm your mother, Max.
A lot was going on, okay? Let's just talk now.
What do you want to talk about? What changed your mind about finally giving me the time of day?
Listen, I have been busy with my team and...
Your team? You call that a team? I read about it. I heard about it in this podcast thing that keeps slandering you, that keeps ruining your brand.
Listen, you know, all publicity is good publicity.
Do you know how much I have invested in you over the years?
Yes, you keep telling me.
Do you know how far I went for my superhero daughter?
I know you've done a lot for me, but I feel like at this point, I'm good enough to stand on my own 2 feet, you know?
Maxima Powers. As long as you're not of age, you're not able to make any decisions without direct input from your mother. Do you understand that?
I understand that, but I need you to let me stay here.
This team that you've chosen there is worse in many ways than the useless teen teams that we turned down one after the other over here for the last year. You could have joined any of these teams and stayed in Dreamland. But no, you had to go to Waypoint, turn down the big one, and then go with a nothing team. A team that doesn't even have a website yet. I had an open spot for you in Dreamcore, and you said, no, I will join the SOS. And we got you in the SOS, and see what happened.
I'm feeling so uncomfortable right now.
Yes.
None of those were real superhero teams. I want to be a hero. I don't just want to be a mascot. And in the SOS, I couldn't have been the type of hero I want to be. And I can do this. I can build up my own brand. I don't have to mooch off theirs.
A hero is an icon and a mascot. That's why you wear a costume. That's why we didn't have you join the military when we find out that you have electric powers. You wanted to be a superhero. You wanted to be in the public eye. I worked for your entire life to make that dream of yours happen, and now you're throwing it away. Is that how you thank your mother for all the work I put in from the very start, from your birth?
You know, I worked for this, and I think I get to decide what I do with my powers, because they're mine.
If you want to decide what to do with your powers, then you do it on your own.
You mean without you? Because I'm not on my own. I have a team.
Without me, without Rex, and without my money.
Then I guess that's just how it's gonna be. I won't change my mind about this.
Max, think about this. Think this through. Is this how you want to end up in some dead-end team in the trashiest part of Waypoint, next to the nuclear plant, next to the factory buildings, where no one will remember your name, where no one will remember Ecstatic?
Well, it's still better than just being one of Dreamland's puppets.
Oh man, I could do a direct callback right here.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, Max. Stay with your silly little friends. Stay with your egomaniac pretending to be Starbolt and your bargain bin alien. But when the day comes where they disappoint you, just call my number and come home. I'll be waiting. And the phone call ends.
Yeah, that was bad.
Take a powerful blow.
That was really bad.
So do I take a powerful blow now from the...
Yeah, you absolutely do take a powerful blow.
That is a 6.
That's good.
Yay.
So you don't have any conditions, right?
I have 1, so it's a 7.
No.
Ah.
And that changes things.
Yes.
On a 7 to 9, choose one. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition, which would be very fun right now. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity. Not really makes that much sense. You struggle past the pain, mark 2 conditions.
I think I'm gonna take the 2 conditions. I feel like it's fitting that I would be very influenced by this in the coming, adventure.
Oh, speaking
Yeah.
of, does this count as you rejecting your mom's influence instead of like taking a powerful blow?
When someone with influence over you tells you who you are or how the world works, accept what they say or reject their influence. Yeah, true. I should have done that during the thing. But I say we can still do this. This definitely feels like you did reject her influence. So you can do a reject influence roll.
Yeah, that's not great considering I'm already insecure. That's an 11.
Okay, yeah, you do super reject that influence.
I super
On a
reject
10
that
plus,
influence.
on a 10 plus, choose 2, clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. You basically did that.
Yeah.
Shift one label up and one label down, your choice, or cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them. I think it would be kind of fun to not cancel the influence.
I don't think that would happen right now because, whatever Max says, I don't think you get easily rid of the influence the mother you have spent 16 years of your life with has over you, you know.
Especially because she pretty clearly still has, like, influence over Rex, financial influence over you.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that would be a question of mine. How much is Max right now dependent on the money?
That's something Mimi gets to decide, I'd say.
I feel like so far a lot because I'm not sure we as, the Riverside heroes get all that much money.
Yeah,
I don't feel
that
like
makes sense
Riverside
to
has a lot of allotment of, the budget.
It's also like superhero budget doesn't come out of nowhere. That's why someone had to hire you. Basically, Enoch is your boss.
Yeah.
you do get a salary, but also I saw it that way up until now, that like most of the just, hey, we need to buy something really quick was just Max using her mom's credit card.
Yes.
Yeah, and that like food and lodging is like how Enoch is using like our salary.
At least partially. I don't think he would just pay you in food and lodging.
Yeah,
I think that's called slavery.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of right till now it hasn't really come up, but we haven't been here that long thinking about it.
No. I think I'm just going to take the potential, honestly, because
Yeah.
I don't think I would get rid of my insecure condition via this talk.
Probably not.
Yeah, and you get to pick two. So you also get to shift one label up and one label down, your choice.
Yes, that makes sense. Let me think about that.
Freak or danger could definitely go up. Mundane could go up or down. Who knows? Don't think this has any impact on savior.
Yeah, I think it's gonna knock my superior down.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm thinking mundane or freak probably up.
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna put mundane up because
Mm-hmm.
without her mother, Max is a lot more limited, like more close to when the ordinary person tries to be a hero, not without all the resources and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you shift down your superior and up your mundane.
Exactly.
All right, and you retake the insecure condition and also another one.
Yes, the angry condition.
All right. So meanwhile, while Max was through the wall audibly having a conversation with her mom, no, they didn't scream at each other, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, but it was
I mean, they kinda-
brutal.
I felt
Let's be
it.
honest.
Moon
it was
definitely
harsh.
felt it.
Oh,
Moon
Moon
for sure
felt
felt
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably Charlotte sees Moon like cringing or whatever, wincing whenever anything gets said over there. And yeah, you walk back to the meeting area. You see Starball 2 sitting there, hammering his flat hands on his knees, tapping his foot at super speed, the visual image of someone who does not want to and can't hold still.
I thought it would be a good idea not to give him coffee. I'm not sure he's a donut kind of person.
I mean, sugar is also probably not a good idea.
We have some chips?
Let's make him some tea.
I can imagine that he probably has a glass of water beside him already, either from you guys or from Enoch, and like a couple empty bottles right next to it. Because he's someone who drinks when he's anxious.
I will make some tea and bring him tea, because tea is calming.
Depends
That's
on
very
the tea.
nice of you.
So,
That's very adult of you.
so, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by my team leader. There's a lot going on, but I
Yeah,
promise you we are going to help you with. What is it exactly?
Oh, your help? Oh, that's great. Thank you. I was kind of I didn't think that you would. I mean, I was hoping you would. Just we had a pretty, let's say, cold start with each other. Sorry,
Yeah, we just
talking too much.
Yeah, we had to talk it out a bit, but we think this could be a great opportunity for everyone. And also, you need help, and we are in the business of helping people, so...
That's so cool of you. You're real superheroes. That's fucking rules. Thank you.
Oh!
So what is your case about?
Okay, so it's not actually in Riverside. It's in city center. From what I heard, in downtown. Sorry, I'll start right at the beginning. So basically, I had this psych evaluation. Then I was led up to Knight Rider. We had a conversation.
Yeah, we know how these
And-
go.
Yeah, he basically said that normally he just sent me away, but he has something for me. He has something, and I don't know. I had the invitation or whatever. So that's apparently there's been a bank robbery, but like a very mysterious bank robbery, in downtown.
Was it the Uvu Bank?
I don't. I have it noted down somewhere in here, and he pulls like his smartphone out and starts scrolling through it at super speed, and he's faster than the phone. It's
I can also super reach it, so whatever.
Yeah. United Waypoint. Oh yeah, Uwu, I get it. Yeah, it's like shortened of the name. Yeah, that's really funny.
Did you
Well,
guys
it's so
notice
funny.
I did not laugh when I said Uwu Bank? I think I've gotten over it now.
This is a serious situation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's sorry. it feels a lot funnier to me than to you probably. Yeah, it's that bank.
So they were robbed. In what way was it mysterious?
Well, there's nothing on the cameras and no one opened the safe. Everything in there was just gone.
Okay. Hold on a second. Ship, can you get me the security footage of the bank robbery from the Uwu bank? That was when was it?
Just this morning, right when I arrived, basically, like right before that.
Okay. It should be in the police files, I guess, or maybe you can go directly to the bank server. Just that would be very helpful.
This is not public information, Moon.
Yeah.
Let's do some hacking.
Yeah.
I will have to commit Earth crimes to get this information. Are you all right with that?
Yeah, I mean it's our mission. It just saves time from having to go there and go through all the paperwork, and also you're an AI, so I'm not sure laws even apply to you.
From what I gathered, Moon, this is not your mission, and I have done my research on Earth law when I heard that I am not allowed to enter the city. That is illegal.
Guys, quick question: how are we feeling about crime? Just small ones.
Hey, superhero friends, how do you feel about committing crimes?
I'm not there. I cannot give you input.
I'm okay with it as long as we can
small
save
ones.
people.
I mean, it's just for expediency.
You know, as long as it helps us to save people, I think it's fine.
I mean, getting the footage to someone who can actually do something with it, namely me, it definitely could. I mean, was anyone hurt in the bank robbery?
I mean, from what I can tell, not.
So I don't think we can use the argument that it's help saving people.
I mean, we could go there. Like, I got an official mission. We can check the place out in person and ask them for the footage.
Yeah, but this is so much faster.
I mean, we're gonna have to go there anyways, I think.
Yeah.
They said there was nothing on the footage, so
I
maybe
mean,
we can find something in
also
person.
could go there very quickly.
No.
I also could go there pretty quickly.
We're not. No. Oh God, there's two of you now. No, no, we're not. We're not splitting up the team again. Not when there's a kidnapping person with like strange letters going around. No.
I actually met someone who can walk through walls, and that does very much sound like this. Like, you know, the safe not being opened and stuff.
What's going on with their head? That's a weird thing. You know what? Never mind. But they're a villain, right? So they should be on our suspect list.
Charlotte, you probably know like a few more things about. I'm assuming we're talking about Black Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know a few more things about Black Hole, probably.
Okay.
Because, like, hey, big arch-villain of Starbolt, you probably found, like, even in the things Starbolt left to you, there were probably, like, notes on Black Hole.
Yeah.
So Black Hole's main power is to go through walls. But there's other stuff about her that only came out over time because it wasn't really noticeable when she first started out. Mainly, she seems to have an element to her powers that makes it very hard for cameras to pick her up. So that would also make sense with this thing. Like, her body is basically always hidden in this swirling mass. And a side result of that seems to be that cameras just don't know what to do with her and just, like, weirdly malfunction when they try to record her.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is with her powers, it might be that. That could be something that you might find on security tapes, if you know what to look for.
Okay, I relay all of that to Moon, but not to Starbolt too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I say, I can actually go to that bank and get those tapes. I can do that really quick. I think that would be our best idea. We need those tapes. We need to know what's going on.
Charlotte, there's already another supervillain trying to get you alone, so I'm sorry, but I'm not letting you go alone.
I mean, that is my mission, right? That whole thing.
I can take
if we
him
need to
with
pick
me.
something up, I can do it.
Just
Okay.
wait until Max is finished. It sounds like she's come to some kind of decision from what I can tell.
Yeah, I'll say Max can be done with her call at this point.
Yes.
So I'd say we go there together. Do you think we can?
We need it fast. I mean, what time is it right now?
You had your interview like shortly before noon, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's like very early afternoon now.
Okay. So I feel like we should do this fast and not go as like 4 people very slowly. Because we need to be ready at midnight, and I guess we have to do some stuff to prepare. So let's just let me and the other starboard, I guess, get those tapes, and you can analyze them. I mean, I don't know how long that's gonna take.
I think Max comes in now, and she does not look great. One might say the air around her is a little charged, quite literally. And it's also... like, she has this pissed off look on her face, which is something you've never seen on her, really. Like, even when she was angry before, she didn't really show it all that much outside. Not like this.
Max, are you okay?
Let's just
No, she's not.
get on with it. Let's just get on with the mission.
Okay.
Okay, we just...
I understand.
Oh, sorry, you're the team leader. You have to say yes to everything, right? I'll step back.
Max,
So,
hold on.
just
Charlotte,
to
Max, hold
bring
on
you-
a second. I don't think we should go into this with all of us being so out of sorts. You guys, I really don't know what we're gonna do if there's another fight, and you are clearly still coming to grips with the entire Star Wars situation, Charlotte, and Max, I don't know where your head is at, and I can read your mind. So I'm not sure if we can do this right now.
I can do it on my own. I can collect information on my own.
I did not
It's
include
fine.
Star Wars 2 in my mental.
No, but Starbolt 2 sees that you're all quiet suddenly and staring at each other.
I ignore him and think to Moon. Moon, that's what being a superhero is about. We might have our personal problems, but we're still superheroes. We still help other people. It doesn't matter how we feel. It matters that other people are safe.
Is that a comfort or support role?
I think it might actually be a provoke someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you provoke someone susceptible to your words, say what you're trying to get them to do and roll plus superior. In this way, in this case, just, kind of go along with it.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
rolling superior.
Yes. You're solid at superior.
Yeah.
You're neutral at superior.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's a 7.
On a 7 to 9, choose one. If they do it, add a team to the pool. If they don't do it, they mark a condition.
I think I'll do it.
Okay, so you go along with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's just out of Moon's head. I'm really playing to the afraid and angry and insecure condition right now. And the hopeless one. Basically everything except angry, because that's the only proactive one. I just remember how useless I was during that fight, and the last time we went somewhere and you wanted to run in and check it out, it burst into flames, so I kinda don't want to rush things.
Sometimes you don't have any other choice. They gave us a
But we
time
do.
limit.
Until midnight, we don't even know if this is connected. What does a bank robbery have to do with a supervillain wanting to talk to you?
Honestly, I would say until we know otherwise, everything is connected.
But nothing is also connected. But you're right. I guess Stubble too.
Yeah?
And would you be fine with going with Charlotte and getting those tapes here as quickly as we can, and I'll... Max, what should we do in the meantime?
I said I was fine with that like 4 or 5 times already. I'm super fine with that.
Okay, so you guys go do your super speed thing, and I guess what else do we know about this robbery? except that no one showed up. Do we know what was stolen?
We can ask when we're over there.
Okay.
Okay, do we head out?
Yes, let's go.
He kind of like runs ahead a little bit out of the building, but very quickly turns around again and kind of catches you at the front door and says, "Wait, real quick. I know, secret identity and all of that, but like it feels weird to call you Starbolt when I call myself Starbolt. It doesn't need to be a full name, but how can I call you?"
You can call me Charlie.
All right.
I'm not
that works for me.
I'm not even giving him his my full name.
He seems to kind of go for like a handshake and then kind of for a high five and then for a light pat on the shoulder. All of this in super speed. And says, "I'm Dean. Nice to meet you." And runs ahead.
Okay, I run very quick and try to overtake
Are you going
him.
to make an unofficial race out of this? Like, yeah, I'm going
Yes.
to go there first.
Yes, I want to be ahead of him and arrive first.
And I'll figure out if I make a roll out of this speedster race thingy next time. Because this is where we'll end this episode.
Yes, because we have a lot of technical difficulties right now.
Yeah, oh wow, everything's fucking burning to the ground right now. But we're powering through it. This is going to be a good episode if I die making it.
I think we
don't
have
die.
some good footage.
Yeah, I'm happy with what we recorded. I hope you had fun despite the massive technical difficulties we had behind the scenes. And I hope you, the audience, also had fun listening to this episode. I will quickly end it out now before my computer bursts into flames because that hasn't happened yet. But it's very much in the cards. We have a lot of social medias. We have a Tumblr, a Twitter, an Instagram, and a TikTok. And they're all at Waypoint Pod. We also have an email address, waypointheroes@gmail.com. You can contact us on all of these. Do it on Twitter, though. We're most active on Twitter. Tumblr is the second best option. The rest is fine, okay? The rest is fine, but these two are the best ones. We don't have anything else to plug right now, right?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Any of you, I don't know, little end of Waypoint minute. Anything any of you want to talk about? Anything cool you had happened recently?
I saw a cool
Well-
dog. It's a German Shepherd puppy that has been walking past our house for the last few months, like with their human, and it's just 90% ears. It's so cute.
Ah, nice.
I was healthy enough to fly to Birmingham and go to a convention, so that
Ah,
was
that's
fun.
cool.
It was a
What
DC.
kind of a convention was it?
It was about DC shows. So you know,
Oh, so
Stargirl, Supergirl, Batwoman, and most importantly, Legends of Tomorrow.
Did they have cast members there?
Yes. There were, I think, five people for Legends.
Ah,
I think
so sick.
3 people for Batwoman and 4 people for Supergirl and 2 for Stargirl.
I stopped watching season 3 of Legends. Were there any people I know?
Do you know Matt Ryan, who plays Constantine?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do. I fucking love that guy. He also played the main character in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Yes,
Yeah.
the best
My favorite Assassin's Creed game.
And Nick Zano was there. You know him as Nate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
And
man.
of course Katie Lotz was there. So you know her as Sarah.
Ah, yeah.
If you've seen season 3, you've seen Jess McKellen as well as Ava.
The Time Cop girlfriend?
Yeah, the Time Bureau.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and the other you do not know.
I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once yesterday, and it was
Yes.
fucking sick. I fucking loved it. It was so good. Yeah, Vio was there too.
Yeah.
Fucking good
I
movie.
will definitely go
It's
to the
so
cinema
good.
and see it at some point. The trailer looked so cool.
Yes.
Mimi, did you have something?
I would like to plug Kafka's Metamorphosis.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you know, classic literature. If you've ever been in a German literary studies course, which of course all of you have been,
Yeah.
you've definitely heard of that one.
Kafka.
It's the guy that turns into a bug.
Yeah, after a night of uneasy dreams, he awakes as a vermin.
Yes.
And dies because of a piece of apple stuck in his carapace.
Also, if anyone has like contacts to Thor. Please tell him to stop partying above my house when I'm recording. The thunder and lightning are really distracting, and they pick up on the microphone.
Yeah. Okay, now we gotta stop the recording really quickly before, like, literal lightning hits our houses and fries our computers. So, see you all, hear from you all, whatever the thing is, next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.